Hi, this is E.T. Cuber here, and today we're going to learn how to solve the Pyraminx. But before I show you how to solve it, let's go over some notation. When I talk about this triangle right here, this is the right side, or I'll probably just call it R. This is the left side, I'll probably call it L, and this is the up side. I will just call this U. These are the tips. They don't go anywhere, so they don't need a name. They are the tips. Alright, let's scramble this up and I'll show you how to solve it. Alright, now that it's all scrambled, we can go through all of the steps. And step number 1 is to solve the tips. And to do this, all you have to do is twist these tips here to match the colors underneath them. You see, this doesn't match because this is a red and a yellow. So you twist it, and now the yellow match, and the rest will match on this tip too. So you solve all of the rest of the tips in the same way. And then what we need to do is we're going to solve the centers. Now these pieces here are centers. They look similar to a radioactive symbol, if that helps you remember it. And I solve the yellow centers first. And that's just because I think it's easier to look around the cube and find these bright yellow stickers. But you can solve whatever side you want first. Alright, so what I do is I find one and I choose it to be on the top. And I have the yellow side, the one that I want to solve, facing me. And then what I do is I look around on the bottom layer here and I try and find the other two pieces I need to put in to the centers. And so I look, and this is a case where they're both right here. And so thinking about how these move this way and these move this way, you can just put this one from right here up here and from right here over here. And your centers are solved. Now, you may end up with some different cases than the one I just experienced. And keep in mind, this step is intuitive. It just requires some thinking. So say I had something like this, where here's my one on top, and I look around the bottom, there's one right here, and there's one over here. So what I can do is if I get them so that they are in the same general vicinity, so where I could twist something and it would be there, this one just kind of happened to be solved, and this one, it turns out that you can just twist it right up. So use your problem-solving skills and you will be able to solve the centers very easily after a little bit of practice. The next step is solving the edges of the puzzle. Now since I chose to solve the yellow centers first, I'm going to solve the yellow side first so that they match all of these right here. So I'm going to take the yellow centers and put them down. And I'm going to focus on these edge pieces. What we have here is where none of them are actually in this top layer, and they're all placed incorrectly in these spots. So what you can do is simply move this piece up to the top layer and move it out of the way. And then you can put it right back because you didn't mess up anything that you had. It's simply using slots. Right there. See, now it's in the top layer, and you can put that back, and it's uninhibited. And so, now that I have this one out, I'm going to show you how to set it up. So, this is the yellow and the green, and so here we have the yellow-green sides. So, what you're going to want to do is you're going to line up, in this case, the greens, so that the yellow is facing out from the puzzle. So that these greens line up. And you're going to do this algorithm. Right, U prime, R prime. And you've just put it right in there. And so the other two also have the same case where they are put in incorrectly. So I'm just going to move them out, and I'm going to line it up. In this case, it actually just lined up right here. The reds are lined up and the yellow is facing out. So I'm going to do the same algorithm, R, U, prime, R prime. And it just got it right in there. Alright. And the last one, it also happened to match up when I put it here, and the yellow's facing outside. So, R, U prime, R prime. Now you may come into a case where when you try and have it be over in this triangle over here, the yellow is facing you. So what you can do is a mirror algorithm to one I just showed you. So you line up, in this case the blues, this way, and the yellow is facing out in this direction. Now you're working with the left triangle over here. And you go L prime, U, L. And you solve it just the same way. Alright. So now we have to solve this up triangle. What we want to do is we want to line up all of the centers first. You can just go like that. And see, now they're all lined up. The blue, the green, and the red. You're going to look and see if anything is solved, and currently nothing is. So, here is the interesting part. Because what you can do is you can twist this up triangle to see if anything will line up when you twist it. So, if I twist it this way, these don't match up. But then, if I twist it this way, these pieces match up. So then, once you've found out that this goes right here, put it back, line up the centers again, and you do this algorithm for this case. U prime, R prime, U, R. Then you move the puzzle this way. U, L prime, U, L. And then you line up the centers again. And what will generally happen is you have a case where this piece right here is solved and these two aren't, and you can't twist it in any way. You see, this doesn't line up and this one doesn't line up. And so there's an algorithm you can do to swap these three, and we're going to use it. It goes R prime, L, R, L prime. And then after we've done that, we just put this yellow back. And so you line these two up, and then you do the same algorithm we just did to put this piece in here. L prime, U, L. Now what you have is you have it so that when you twist it one direction, they will all line up. You see that? So what you can do is just choose one. I'm going to solve for the blue, and since you have to twist it in the U direction to solve it, what I'm going to do is U, L, U prime, L prime. Turn the puzzle this way. U prime, R, U prime, R prime, and then you can just solve the puzzle. And there you go. That's all you need to know about the Pyraminx. I personally think that this is a very fun puzzle to solve. It's very cheap. I have the QJ version, and it was cheap, but it's also a very good quality. So if you want a fun puzzle, what you can do is you can get it pretty cheap on some sites. So next cube order you get, just tack this one on. It's a really fun puzzle. Very easy. So yeah, hope you liked the video and hope this helped a lot. And please click like if this video helped you solve the Pyraminx, just so that I know if I'm on the right track. If you have any questions, you can personal message me or leave a comment. I'll try and answer all of them. Alright, have a great day.